Hey everyone, here's a little preamble to my actual video. This is my rental car. Yeah, that's what happened. I bumped into one of the many stone fences around Ireland, and now I'm gonna pay the price because I used my own insurance and I really don't know the plan very well or the policy very well, so I'm gonna find out when I get to the airport. Don't do what I did. Anyways, this video, I hope you enjoy it. It's just a super general, practical guide about driving on the left, so enjoy, folks. Hey everybody, it's Adam. Welcome to another video. I'm coming to you from Ireland. I'm in a quiet little glen here by a river. You can probably hear it in the background. It's a beautiful day. I am out there. I am far away from Dublin, and I got here by rental car. So I just wanted to make a video about my general advice about driving on the left in Ireland. And I'm gonna keep it like as to the point as I can. Hopefully this will help you out if you're thinking about doing this. So let me just start off by saying there's Dublin and then there's Ireland. I actually made a video on Dublin as well you can check out. But there's Dublin, then there's Ireland. Very different places, really. The best way to see Ireland is by vehicle, by rental vehicle. You have the absolute freedom of going where you want, when you want. But you don't have to. I'm not gonna say you gotta do this. There's some videos out there that say, oh, just rent a car, but I wanna actually give you the brutal reality of what it's actually like. I'm freshly in this. My car is up there. I'm driving out of here. I drove hours to get here. I've been driving for a week now. I just want you to do what you feel comfortable with. I think that's the best thing anybody can do if they're thinking about traveling somewhere. All right, so that being said, let's get right into it. You're gonna be in your discomfort zone driving a rental car on the left-hand side if you're from North America or somewhere else where they drive on the right. But oftentimes it's important to remember if you're in your discomfort zone, it's that much more rewarding, you know? So I've had that feeling being out here. I'm like, wow, I'm actually doing this, and it just gives you this sense of confidence, and it just builds your inner world all that much more if you can actually pull it off. And that's worth saying off the bat because it's a valuable life experience if you're able to come to a foreign place, rent a car, drive on the other side, and see the whole country on your terms. With that being said, it's going to be weird, and it's going to take some getting used to, even for the most experienced drivers back in North America. Here's the reality. Being on the left, driving in the left-hand lane, is the easy part of driving in Ireland. It's everything else about driving in Ireland that makes it hard. I'm just going to lay it out for you. Here's the reality. Don't mean to scare you. I just want to be real and honest with you, just so you can make your own, your own decisions. The roads here are extremely narrow. These roads were built for horses. They weren't built for automobiles. If you think about North America, the car was invented, then we built the roads, more or less. And we adjusted the roads over time to fit loads of cars. Here, these roads go back centuries, and they go back to horse and wagons and buggies, and they haven't changed much. They're usually just wide enough for two vehicles passing each other very fast. You're going to have the sensation a lot of the time, because we're on the other side of the road, that when people are passing you, you might hit them. It's a weird thing that I still haven't shaken, and I've been driving for a week or so now, but it stays with you. It takes a while to get that under control. Here's the other thing about the roads. One side of the road is usually a crazy fence row, like a crazy stone fence row or a ditch. There's no shoulders on the roads, folks. There's no wide gravel shoulders going on the side of the road. It's either go in there or hit the other car, and it's hard to just kind of stay in your narrow lane. So that is the reality of being on a narrow road. There's blind curves and there's blind crests all over the place. So you're going to be going through the areas that just swerve like this, and it's going to play with your mind a bit. So be aware of that. Get mentally prepared for that one. The other thing to know in Ireland is that everybody drives really fast. The locals here know the roads like the back of their hand, and it doesn't faze them. They go blazing speeds on the highways. They even take these crazy curvy roads at blazing speed. And very often what's going to happen if you drive here, there's going to be in your rear view mirror as you're driving, you're going to see some guy tailgating you, just wanting you to get out of his way. And if that happens, find a spot to pull over, because they do have those the odd time on your left-hand side. Pull over, let them go. It happens to me every single day. It happens a lot. So be prepared for very fast drivers
on narrow roads that you can't see around the corner on. That is the reality of driving in Ireland. And also keep in mind that on these swervy roads, there's double-decker buses, transport trucks. Yesterday I saw this big farm truck carrying huge loads of hay, and it feels like you're gonna crash. I haven't crashed, but you know, you have that like fear and that sensation that it's gonna happen because you're so close. All right, so in this last part of the video, if I haven't scared you off yet, I just want to give you some quick, good advice on what to do before you go to Ireland and drive your rental car. So here we go. One might be pretty obvious. Research on YouTube specific videos about roundabouts. You can't escape the roundabouts in Ireland. Even on the main highways, they always go through them. You're going to hit many of them on your drives. Especially in the cities. Not so much out in the country, you get all the other stuff I just mentioned, but you're going to get wild roundabouts. Driving in the little towns is another beast. It's the same stuff I mentioned earlier, it's very narrow and stuff, but you're always going to have roundabouts. So research some good YouTube instructional videos on how to use a roundabout properly. Secondly, rent an automatic. Rent an automatic car. Everybody in Europe drives standard, okay? They all drive standard transmission. You're doing this all the time. You don't want to have to worry about that here. I don't care how good of a driver you are. The roads are so tricky for us to drive as North Americans because, again, we're used to the wide roads. We don't have that. We have so much other stuff to worry about, and you're here to have a good vacation, right? You don't want to be exhausted just thinking about driving all day. So get an automatic. It's extra money. Save up extra for your automatic. It's like a couple $100 or euro extra. Mine, I think I rented my vehicle for 10 days and it ended up being like 200 euro more for an automatic. So I don't care. It was so worth it. Get an automatic. That's my advice. So number 3, my last piece of advice is rent the smallest car you can find. You don't want to rent anything large because these roads are narrow and this is your first time most likely doing this, or thinking about it or whatever. Get a compact, small automatic vehicle. And if you do that, you're gonna have such a better time. Less to worry about going through towns where everyone's parked on these small, narrow roads as it is, and you have like this much space it feels like to get through. You'll be able to not worry because you've got a tiny car and it's just less to worry about. So automatic and small is what you want in your vehicle. Okay, just to close this video off, I hope I didn't scare you. I just wanted to give you very real advice. Like I say, I'm like 8 or 9 days now into my trip driving around Ireland, and you know, I'm still here. So if I can do it, you can do it, but just know that those are the realities of driving on the roads here. And I would also recommend looking into other ways of getting around if you are nervous about driving. Ireland is gorgeous. I can't recommend seeing the rest of the country enough. Dublin's amazing. It's got a great buzz. You're going to have a great time. But getting out in Ireland to see the old stone monuments and like the landscapes and the sea and the old towns, it's just incredible. It's really quintessential to the experience. There you go. I hope this video helped you. Feel free to like and subscribe. And to my regular viewers, thanks so much for watching. It's always great to see you in the comments. And we'll see you at the next video, everybody. Take care.